Thanks, Daniel. Thank you, everyone, for inviting me here. This is actually my second week. I was here last week as a observer and then decided that I would go ahead and present. We just had our 1-year anniversary, which was also kind of a re-grand opening. We just added Olivia Ortiz. Many of you know her from the art community here in town. And Olivia joined us as an esthetician. So we had a ribbon cutting with the CEP on Saturday and are looking forward to our second year. So here's my story about my journey. Every great story involves a journey. And my journey started back in really 2002. I started practicing medicine in 1994, but in 2002, the journey really changed. And so, next slide. I was standing in the operating room, Grinnell, Iowa, and the man on the right side of the slide, Dwayne Pineda, was my joint replacement rep. And he rolled this big machine into my operating room. And he didn't even call it platelet-rich plasma or PRP. He just told me that while I was doing surgery, they were going to draw blood, they were going to spin it, and at the end of the case, they were going to give me a small vial of fluid that I could add to bone graft, and it would make my bone graft heal better. So I said, you know what, let's do this. And I asked what the cost was for us or for the hospital or for the patient, and there wasn't any. So it was a win-win-win. And so we started doing that and collecting data for the company. Next slide. But with every great story, there's always a plot twist. And there's always an evil protagonist. And in this case, the evil protagonist was Aetna Insurance. I hope no one in the room works for Aetna. But in October of 2008, my billing girl walked into my office and she slid a piece of paper across my desk and she looked at me and she said, "Don't kill the messenger." That's never a good thing, because what she did, if you can go back, what she did was she slid this across, and Aetna Insurance had paid me $875 for a knee replacement. Now think about this. I saw the patient in the office, scheduled them for surgery, spent 2 hours in the operating room with their life in my hands, and then took care of them for the next 90 days for $875. How many business people do we have here? Yeah, everyone, right? Do you think you can keep the lights open for that? Think the doors can stay open? Do you think you can pay your help? It's impossible. Healthcare today is really in bad shape. And the reason is if you look at the national average, for a doctor to make money, he has to see one patient every 6 minutes. He does not pay his nut. He does not pay to keep his doors open, lights on, help until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. He only makes money for himself from 3 till close. That's a problem. Next slide. So in October of 2008, when this happened, I responded probably not the way I should have. But what I did is I got pissed off, I went home, and I told my wife that I was quitting my job. Now, I'd spent my entire life training as an orthopedic surgeon, and January 1st of 2009, I was like Cortez. Cortez, when he came to Mexico to fight the Aztecs, his men said, "We're not fighting the Aztecs, we're going home." So he burnt the boats. So October of 2008, I decided that I wasn't going to practice medicine under insurance anymore. And January 1st of 2009, I canceled all my contracts with the insurance companies, and I burnt my boats. You can't go back. Very hard to get re-entered in the insurance side. And then they punish you because they tell you you can't take cash from a patient that has been your patient under insurance for 6 months, or you go to jail. So I burnt my boats and I started a new business. Next slide. So the big question, who controls our health care? I heard insurance companies. Wrong. Somebody controls the insurance companies. Nope. Who said it? Big Pharma controls our health care. Believe it or not, There are more lobbyists in Washington, D.C. for these companies than any other lobbyist. They absolutely control everything we do. Next slide. In 2024, we have regenerative treatments that are available for all the following issues. We can stop osteoarthritis. We can treat urinary stress incontinence in women without surgery and without medications. And we have an injection for erectile dysfunction that is 90% effective and gets you off the little blue pill. But you'll never see it on TV. Why? Because Big Pharma will lose a lot of money. Next slide. So, looking at these issues, Big Pharma doesn't want you to know about it because this is the money that Big Pharma makes. Go to the next slide. For arthritis, the drugs, the anti-inflammatory medications that treat arthritis made $19.5 billion in 2023. If I can stop arthritis, they can go off those medications. What happens to Big Pharma? Urinary stress incontinence, over $20 billion in 2024. Erectile dysfunction, the little blue pill, $3.78 billion for little blue pills in 2023. So this is what we do at Regen Ocala. We have ways of allowing your body to heal itself with stem cells, with platelet-rich plasma, with acoustic wave treatment. So we treat musculoskeletal issues, arthritis, rotator cuff, tendon problems. We have sexual wellness injections. We do all the aesthetics things. We do the regular med spa stuff, Botox fillers, including a filler now that is made from your own blood called Biofill. We do hair restoration, hormone replacement, weight loss. So these are all things that are all natural. We allow the body to heal itself from within. And that's our journey. Our journey has been starting out looking at this data, looking what can be done, then fighting the insurance companies, then fighting Big Pharma, and now we are here to help the people in Ocala get better, get well, not just take a medication to treat a problem, but to actually heal themselves from within. So the QR code takes you to our website, and then because of Kyle, he told me I had to do this. So email if you have any questions, if there's any questions that you want to ask, but you don't want to ask them in a public forum, by all means, email me, and then like us on all the social medias. Yeah.